Hello again, YouTube. This is the truth, man. Giving you the truth in the car again. But y'all know these videos are very good, very informative. I might not have a studio and everything, but I give you information you could use. And I respond to my comments too. But I want to get back to Isaiah 4:1 right out the rip. Isaiah 4:1, for those of you who have not read it, go do so. It says, in that day, speaking of a future time, 7 women will take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own food, wear our own clothes, only let us be called by your name. Take away our disgrace. The disgrace is many things. It's the thottery. It's the amateur PORN. It's many things. It's their disrespectful, unsubmissive behavior, which we're going to talk about right now. It's many things. And I want to entitle this, Russell Wilson need to dump Ciara and practice polygyny. See, the messed up part about it is she going to get a lot of his money. But the sad part is Russell Wilson will be okay financially, but the rest of us, you got to learn and prevent. You got to learn and prevent. If you're not married, you need to be paying attention to my videos and other videos in this manosphere about marriage. Of course, I ain't going to endorse nobody's channels because they don't endorse mine. Like any one of them could get on there and they live and say, let's help him get to 1,000 subs. They don't, so they get no endorsement. But he need to practice polygyny. He need to get rid of Ciara. He need to toughen up with women. He need to get in the manosphere and watch these videos. You hear me, Russell? Watch these videos. Don't let her tell you not to. See, this is where y'all mess up as men. And I messed up too. I ain't acting like, because I used to be the same way. We be so bent on trying to please these women. What most of them, it actually makes them more confrontational, more dominant, more disrespectful. They don't usually respond well to all the gentleman-like behavior that we have. And that's why guys is waking up. You know, I'm not going to dog them. I'm not going to be mean to them. I'm not going to mistreat them. But at the same time, in my mind, you don't got that big of a piece. Like, you don't got that big of a piece of my mind. None of them. Like, I learned my lesson. I was married for a long time, and I learned a lot of things, man. Like, especially, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning as I go to the next stage in life. But you need to dump Ciara. There's no way, like, you don't let your wife dress like that, man. That's your wife. If she want to wear that, she could wear that for about 5 seconds before you take it off and smash in private. But for her to do that in public, she's humiliating the dude. He need to practice polygyny. He need to let them women know out the rip. Straight prenups, no marriage license. Let them know, you know. I done been dogged out 2 times. It ain't gonna happen a third. You know, and just keep them in place, man. Like Russell Wilson, I think, is one of those guys that need to stop being so nice and get a little meaner. Because it's a lot of Russell Wilsons out there that, I used to work with a couple guys that was like this. Like, you just too nice to your wife. Your wife is disrespectful. And you trying to be nice to her. You trying to stick with her. Listen, I don't know what's up with this generation, but people act like they can't quit nothing. Some things you need to quit. They just be acting like they can't quit nothing, man. Now, by him practicing polygyny out the rip, I would just, if I was him, I would have like maybe 2 concubines and make them earn anything further than that. Like, and let them talk. Who you think you is? I'm me. That's who. Who you think you is? So, but a lot of this stuff that we seeing, like what we seeing with him and her being on a red carpet, showing her little ball vag, you can tell that thing ain't got not a strip of hair. You say, well, you was looking? Who was it? You couldn't help but see it. I wasn't staring at it like, oh, I'm finna get one off. No, I wasn't doing that. But I noticed. And there's no way I would stay married to somebody who wears that. When we get home, we're gonna discuss what we're gonna do next. Like, even with kids, like, okay, who get the kids? Cause I would tell her, like, I don't wanna see what's gonna happen next. Man, don't you know that's trash talk? Them dudes will be on the field talking about, Ciara wore that for me. Like, they'll be all in his head, man. He making it harder for himself on the field, putting up with that. They don't be calling him soft, which they probably already. Dude, I played football. I know what type of stuff people be saying on the field, man. You would be shocked at some of it. Like, you could hear it. Like, I was never like I was a defensive lineman before I got into my natural position. They was just throwing me in the game wherever. And when I first started playing in high school, they was putting me on the defensive line. And shocking, as small as I was getting pressure. But he need to practice polygyny, man. He's a prime example of somebody that need to dump their girl/wife. Like, we done have videos, like, go back in my videos. I talked about this before, like the things that they do, this red flags and when you need to dump them, and we're gonna revisit that subject, but he needs to dump her, man. He needs to, like, I know y'all saw it, right? Put in the comments if you saw what Ciara had on. And if y'all notice, I did a thing. I got a new series where I just list women and I talk about why you should not get with that type. And if I'm not mistaken, Ciara was on one of them. You know, Ciara is the type that she's gonna do whatever you let her do. And then she's probably a master at playing the victim. We don't know if he's confronting her about this stuff, but I guarantee you she's probably playing the victim. This is why y'all ladies want to know why body count matters. Right here. Because you'll end up with somebody who dressing practically naked like Ciara. I mean, he needs to practice polygyny. Like, me personally, I'm not dealing with one ever again. Because a lot of time you get into this mode where you just trying to, you should, if you got a good woman, you should try to please her. Try. When you see you can't, you don't go, like, you don't misplace or lose your manhood trying to impress a woman. Because that's sin. That's unbiblical. It's not of faith. You know what's of faith? Having rule over women. And that's why I say Russell Wilson needs to go back to square A, square one, square A, whatever you want to call it. He need to get rid of her, and he need to just make them prove it. Like don't spend too much money on them. Do little stuff here and there. The more they show respect and love towards you, the more you do for them. You don't do for somebody just because you married to them. If they dogging you out, then they don't get those special treatments. If they're a strife instead of a wife, like y'all know, that's what I call them when they a married woman who don't act right. I call them a strife. Ciara is a strife. Period. All you gotta do, go to the Oscars or whatever, whichever one that was they just had where they was on the red carpet. Strife. Russ, man, listen, man. You need to watch my videos, man. You need to man up on her. And if she don't respond right, you always give them a chance. But don't give them too many chances. Because your life you gonna get older and older. And what they normally do, what a lot of their wives normally do is when they retire, they divorce them anyway. Because they like that attention sometimes. So a lot of their wives, you see a lot of them athletes' wives divorcing them when they retire. Man, ain't no way. He got enough money to enjoy himself. Russell Wilson I don't know if he might have had a good family. And here's another dangerous thing. When you grow up with a good family, you think that that's going to guarantee you to have the same thing. Like my sons, I be trying to talk to them. They be listening and stuff, but, you know, they want what they had as kids. Because as kids, everything was still going good when they was real young. Well, it still was kind of iffy at times, but it was mostly good when they was young. So, he need to practice polygyny, man. Like, polygyny keeps women honest. When you let them know that, listen, I already been through it. I'm not finna I don't really got the tolerance for a lot of drama and fighting, you know. And they know you got somebody else, man. Come on now. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I think Tom Brady probably does too. And Tom, if you ever come across my videos, listen, man, you're going to lose sometime. I know you want to win. I know you're a champion and everything. But this is one time you need to just take the loss and move on. She's with somebody else. You shouldn't even want her. Thanks for watching. Keep tuning in. This is The Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel.